This is a video on searching the Mercyhurst University library databases, the easy way, or I would just say the easiest way. So you're watching this video right now, and what I'm sharing with you is from our Mercyhurst University library. Every college and university has databases, and those are free, freely accessible to students of those universities. And our university has very good databases, especially related to healthcare and education. So when you click on the link that you found in this learning unit number 5, another way to get to Mercyhurst Library's website is just to use your search engine and just put in Mercyhurst University Library. It'll take you right there. So we have an easy way to go about it with a keyword. So when you put, for group 4, they're going to be working with AIM students at Mercyhurst University. So those are students with autism spectrum disorder. And whenever you use this search bar here, it's preferable to put in full text and peer-reviewed. Number 1, any of the articles that will pop up, you will have access to full text. Otherwise, you might be delayed as far as the librarians will do an intra-library loan and look for that article if they don't have access to it. That's great if you're working on your master's thesis, but if you're working on, you need that article right now, click on full text. And here is one of my keywords, autism spectrum disorder. So I'm just going to click there and see where it takes me. So sometimes it takes a few minutes to upload, and you're going to hear some articles about autism spectrum disorder. Well, that's not really where I'm going with a health promotion program. And group 4 is doing how do we help those college students deal with stress, and looking at a specific type of complementary and integrative health practice. So there's many different complementary therapies, and one of them could be yoga, could be mindfulness, could be different relaxation techniques such as imagery. It goes on and on. But say the group wants to do, look at a program in mindfulness. We're then going to click on advanced search, because you're going to see we have the key term autism spectrum disorder, and then you want to do mindfulness, maybe even mindfulness-based stress reduction, but I'm just going to go with the easiest term. And how about young adult? And you could see there's an option, young adults or adolescents or teenagers or college students. Maybe that would be the best because you can see all these ors. So I'm going to click on that. And then you are also, as you saw, you already limited it to full text and scholarly peer reviewed. You can come down this way, or you can look up at your filters. I'll show you another way to access the filters, but your filters are on. Published date for any nurse, healthcare professional, you want to keep your publication date within the past 5 years. We want recent, current evidence. So that's important. The language, you want to click on English. While they will come to you in English, sometimes they're hard to understand if they've been translated. So that's a good way to go about it. So I'm going to search for that. And you can see I have 4,617 results. Well, that's a lot, but you can now see there's the use of heart rate variability biofeedback. That is definitely a complementary and integrative health technique. So maybe your group's going to actually look at heart rate variability biofeedback. I use heart rate variability biofeedback myself, and with the master students. So that might be interesting. But what happened to our yoga, or I'm sorry, not yoga, but mindfulness? Let's look at it further. And I also want to show you now your filters. Your filters are full text, scholarly peer-reviewed, past 5 years in English. You might want to do a little bit more. And what I recommend oftentimes is the geography. And that's oftentimes it's easier to find an article that's applicable when you're picking up, selecting our country, or maybe, and it says USA or United States, and maybe the United Kingdom, but you want a similar healthcare system. So I'm just going to pick those and apply. And that usually brings your results down, and it did to 331. So here are some, articles that you might find that really benefit you. And then you're going to click on your access options and you'll find different ways you can access those articles. So mindfulness among parents of children with autism spectrum disorder. Now you can see that's in China that the research was done, but that still can be very applicable. You might find a gem, but it's really neat to kind of look through some of them. Try to get down at least in a couple hundreds in your search. So I hope that gives you a little bit of a boost in how to do this. And remember that the librarians are a great help. You go back to the Mercyhurst University library day homepage, and there's a place to chat with a librarian. There's lots of good information about this, so about searching the databases. So I want you to start getting involved if you haven't already with the library's databases, and it will be part of this learning unit.